Hello, Professor. This is Nelson Rivera. I'm here at my house, in my living room. I am supposed to speak about um, my study area and where I normally study. And for me, my space. This is pretty much it here. This is my living room. I do study in the guest bedroom at times. Uh, my church office, my Starbucks, basically anywhere my laptop is. And I make it an effort to make sure that the kids aren't around. I have a daughter that is 3 and then a 6-month-old. So I have to be very intentional to kind of do my daddy time after work, and then usually the best time is when they are sleeping or taking naps. I will begin to study or read right before bed. This is the majority of the location is the dinner table here. I don't know why, I have a few windows out here. You can see there, and behind me there, and then kind of goes house there, and the little daughters toys. And so this is my favorite area of the house. I think it just has more of a serene feel. I'll usually drink my cup of coffee, get my coffee, and enjoy my Starbucks coffee. Drink some coffee, meditate on His Word, pray. It definitely has to be quiet. It can't be loud by any means. Right now, my wife and daughters, she took them out to the mall, so it's a little excitement for them. They get to shop, so maybe that's a way for me to convince my wife to let me study. Just give her a little bit of money to go shop and take the girls out. Some resources that help me, I would say definitely, I have everything now is electronically. I think my books, the majority of the books are online, and so I'll go online, and that's pretty much in a nutshell. I do have rules. My rules are being that when I'm studying, I put my phone away. I usually have it on vibrate. I heard it go off a minute ago, but I'll put it on vibrate. I'll leave it in another room, another area. There it is. For that same reason, being in ministry, I am part-time at the church as far as paid, but as many people know, in ministry and church, it is always full-time. It's just part-time paid. And so as associate pastor, nonstop, a few days ago, we had a sister pass away. And so, having to facilitate that and help my pastor. Our church isn't very large. I mean, a few hundred, 200, 300, but it's enough to where, you carry the load, help him carry the load, and he can focus more on the preaching side, and I tend to focus more on the administrative side and preach. I still preach every week, but kind of not as much as he does. But definitely, these are my spaces. Wherever I take my laptop, I have my iPad. I carry that everywhere I go. I have actually a few too. One in my church office, one here. And what I do is I have them both charging at all times, because as district youth secretary, you have to know what's going on at all times. I'll get calls from our hyphen ministry, our CMI ministry, release these funds, release that fund, send this check, give me your credit card number so I can buy this and that. So constantly just always on the move. I wish I could say I drive to the church and study in my office, but that's just not possible. Here in my house, the same thing. I had a church, or not a church, I had an office, home office at one time here, but the ladies, my wife and 2 daughters, took over and made that into a playroom. I found out when they were born that it is very tough to study with kids running, screaming. It's just very difficult. So when they go to sleep, it's probably the best time. I would say about 10 o'clock at night. About 8:30, everyone's getting their chocolate milk to go to bed. You cuddle a little bit, tickle their back, send them, kiss them on the forehead, and send them to bed. And my wife will talk, we'll pray, and then I'll study. Last night, perfect example. After I did everything I do, about 11 o'clock, I went to the guest bedroom with my laptop here, my MacBook Pro. I love it, Retina screen, enjoy it. Paid a lot for it, but it's worth it. And I went to the guest bedroom, closed the door. It was about 1:30 in the morning, came back. And I tend to just be more productive that way when there's no noise, there's no human interaction. It just allows for just a smooth transition to really meditate on God's Word and really study and put everything in. So night is it's the general time that I study and probably most conducive to my study. But I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to be learning, and just look forward to just a wonderful experience here at Urshan College online. It's always a dream of mine. And the church office, I can tell you a little bit about that. My office is not very big. Maybe, I don't know, maybe the size of this little area right here. This is one of my living rooms. Probably the size, maybe half of it. I wish I had a big office that way. It's a small office, and I tend to go to the church when I have a lot of work to do. Perfect example, if I have a district event coming up. We just finished youth convention, holiday youth convention last month. We have it over the new year, and we had 12, 13, 1,400 students register, and close to 2,000 in attendance. So we have to put all that together. Being district youth secretary, you do the majority of the work as far as the legwork and all that good stuff. Me and the youth president working in tandem together and making sure that we're successful, that lives are changed. And so when I have a big event, I have to do the hotel room blocks. Right now, the General Youth Division are having a disaster with the whole youth Congress housing. I forgot the terminology. The housing, the rooms housing issue. Being that there's only several double rooms. I talked about the Enzi, a good friend of mine, and actually Brother Matt Johnson a while back. And just that whole thing is just always, anytime there's growth, it's going to be that issue. But when I have to put something like that together, the GYD needs my input. I'll normally head over to the church office, and that's kind of the war room. So today, unfortunately, you just get the home office here. But this is probably the majority of the time after I get off of work, busy day. The true war room would be the church office, and I'll probably, I don't know, if we have another opportunity to do a video, I'll share a little bit about that. But as for right now, this is all that you get. Like that castle, very nice, huh? This is it. God bless you.